This is a different cat. Her name is Chasophie, but I call her Effie because she has a checker in her neck, and I'm calling her Chasophie. Nickname is Effie. Before I start recording, I actually have a really interesting experience with humans because I was like having conversation with them. One human makes me feel excited, happy, like enjoy the moment, all that stuff. The other one is like straightforward calling me out, and I'm like, okay, thank you, great, I know that. I also know what you mean. I know why you call me out on this, but I have my thoughts, how I process it. I know it doesn't make sense. Nothing in my life has been make sense, to be honest, but I decided to stand on my ground, even though it's hard. And I said to this person to be like, yeah, I get what you mean, but also like I have this thing going on. I already think through, and I decided to stick with my choice because that's what I feel is the right way to do it. She didn't take it well because she also has a different agenda when she commented about my action. And I understand that. I truly understand that. But when people insisted that this way is better, you actually need to just like not stretching yourself for a wishful thinking. You just be in the moment of okay, this is where I am. I need to be realistic about my situation and all. But I'm like, sounds fun. Wow, so fun. But I'm like, no, that's not how I think about it. It's not about being realistic for me. It's more about okay, what is true? Like what is like living in my existence right now? What is ready? What am I ready for? What am I ready to receive? That kind of thing. So it's very intuitive. But also like I understand that not many people are living like that. I personally don't like to live like that, but when you are working with a really grand vision, you actually fall deeper into this. Okay, I know where I'm going. I also know that this is where I need to be, but I do know that I don't need to be where I don't need to choose where I am because in that space I'm going there. So I know I'm there already. I'm in the path of getting there. It's just that it doesn't seem that way to most people, which is understandable, but also like kind of sad. It's like somebody just like punched my throat and I get to be stuttering in a way. And defending myself is such a weird thing because this is one of the stories that would probably be a stretching point for me, meaning that I get to see, oh, I actually can be that person, but I'm here right now in this moment with this kind of reality, with this kind of mindset. So I don't know what's going on here, but I also do know that if I know I can be that person, why don't I be that person in my own life? So what happened was I had a friend that is being bullied by this person. And I'm that person who believed that my friend has nothing to do with it and has no problem with that. But I get to see that they are starting to get physical, so I become her bodyguard. I'm like really become the body shield for this person. I'm not that big, to be honest. I'm like way smaller than the attackers, but I'm saying like, don't do that. That's not cool. I know what you're doing. That's not cool. And when I'm defending that person, I have this strong conviction this cannot happen. But also, like hold a, s- I hold a strong belief that I know this person doesn't want to do that. I know this person never have that experience, and I know that this is not who they are. So I help them in spite there are evidence, proof whatsoever. And my biggest takeaway from the experience is that I actually need to hear both sides, the story from both sides, because one person can talk differently what their experience than the other one, and sometimes they both have mistakes, taking part of where it work with where it goes wrong, and the steering wheel of where it becomes this mess is how I need to find out because before I choose this side. But at that time, I'm like, no, I'm gonna choose this person's side because I know this is not going to be nice if it really going down. And it did. It almost get physical, and I'm like, there, don't do it. And I'm like being so stern, being so in a guard mode that just no one can touch her when I'm there with her. And I'm able to defend this person. But when I'm in my own personal life, when I'm defending myself, it's a weird experience because then I'm here in this vicinity of, oh my god, why people know, why no one actually care about me? Why people doing this to me? Like I'm playing victim all of a sudden. It's weird. And I'm like, this is weird. Then I remember myself at the time where I'm become the bodyguard of my bullied friends, and I'm like, okay, why am I not that person in my own life? I start questioning that, meaning that okay, I want to receive, I want to be, I am being the person who can defend myself, and I'm like, okay, this person are doing this to us in a way that do we understand where their logic from? If we understand that, do we also think like that? Because if we don't think like that, then you just need to be aware that you are not that person. So at moments I'm like, if this is true, that I can defend myself and I can stay true authentically without losing the power, without being someone else, without lying to ourselves or to others because we want to preserve the balance, then what's the deal? Like, why can't I do this? I get to feel like I'm that person, like in this bystander, because I feel like okay, I get what this thing does for me, but I also know that this is not the point that I'm standing on. So this person critic me in the wrong mark, which is like not the thing that I want to stand by. So I defend myself by saying this is where I'm at. So I understand where you come from, but I also understand that I'm coming from this side. So I appreciate your thought, but I also want to believe in my own truth, in my own opinion, that I know myself best. Therefore, I defend myself. And there's that you understand sometimes you get to be the person who are really good at doing something, but when it's switched into your personal life, doing it for yourself, you can't do it. It's like It's annoying. To be honest, it's annoying. But you learn along the way that you actually can do it for yourself, which is a great thing. But that also the part where you need to understand the other person's stories and also like still believing in your own, and sometimes you lost translation between the two and you start moving into not rejection, what do you call it, running away, because you need to save yourself, because you need to survive. Now you need to return to where you are and start looking, what is the value, what is the point of actually being here. It would me like replying back, like answering this person is like, okay, what, where did I, why am I losing my thought? And I'm defending myself in a way that not rejecting their idea, but also like still including my own thought, which is has been my biggest thing all my life, is that I'm trying to preserve the balance without destroying the other or myself, which is really hard. If you know that, you are a star, you are the hero. It's not easy to actually make both sides win, because then you are playing a zero sum game. You're going to lose something and they're also losing something. They gain something, you gain something. It's a really, what do you call it? No. What is that? I forget the word. In Indonesia, it called adil, tapi gak adil juga. So yeah, do we have any other things we want to talk about? That is one of the personal TMI that I have today. It's really interesting because I feel like the world need more authentic people who know how to defend themselves other than just other people defending others. Like you need to stand strong within your own area. Then you get to actually defend other area as well. Let me tuning in. I have so many things I want to talk about, but I never get to. I wonder what is alive right now, because that's the point of actually recording this as a live streaming, because I want to train myself to tune into the intuition of the collective and myself and my higher self and whatever is available right now to actually just relay it to you guys. Some sort of a channel, some sort of a message that I want to get out, but also like being ready to go. That's the thing. Oh, someone else has commented on my video, and I'm like, that's interesting idea. Let me think about it. It's really exciting to actually know that people are leaving behind a short comments, and I get to read it like the creator I am. It's really interesting. My cat just scratching some cardboard. Oh yeah, I want to talk about that. Is that I'm here because we already talked about it. Oh yeah, so because we just want to like train ourselves to be the person who can like use their readiness to answer the question or relay such a message from the divine, or maybe like from other people, from my own experience. That's the whole point of me doing this. But I feel like the person who commented, I have the gist of them wanting me to do it like the other live streamer, which is not what I'm here for. Maybe I would do that in the future when I have a better device. But yeah, we still don't know. We still don't know about the future. I'm just taking this slow because this is such a long project. I still don't know what I'm going to talk about. I don't know where this is going to go. But I do know that by the end of our experiment here, we are going to gain something really spectacular. That's what I know. Really excited about this. I'm still excited. Plus all this negative comments from someone. Not the YouTube, other people who are replying back to my story in other spaces, talking back to me about their thought and advise me to do the realistic path instead of sticking with mine. Isn't it crazy that we just wish that we have only the good stuff happen? Because in this reality, you don't actually always have that experience 24/7 in the happy mode, happy go lucky. You never actually be in in that state like forever ever. It's really flimsy to be in a happiness mode. You got to be in happiness mode once in a while when it's really like energize you, but also like there are things that you will be experience here because this world is in duality, sometimes this, sometimes that. Everything start to mix and it just become yin and yang, and you start to see that this world has never been the same no matter what you do. You start to build a discipline and then it change. You start to build a routine and then it change. Is what do you call it? What did I call it? This world is unfair by design. You can't choose what design you want to live in. Well, you can choose what design you want to live in, but no matter what you do, you will experience both sides. The good, the bad, the great, the terrible, the positive, negative. There's growth, there's destroyer. No, not destroy. Like you get the meaning, right? I don't know the antonym for growth. Increase, decrease, everything exists. It's part of the reality that you get to be in the both side. But when you get into higher dimension, into higher consciousness, into higher frequency, you get to experience both side, but also the neutral side, which is what Bashar have actually explained, teach, show in his work, is that there are other option besides the two most common thing that we have in this world. It's really interesting to be that person who can channel. I I don't think I'm a channeler, but sometimes I'm possessed by something. Because at times I get this insight and a psychic hit that, oh, this person is going to have this. This person is like this. This person is capable of doing this. It's such a like in the moment that whenever I see another person interacting with me and I just get to know, huh, you're going to have this. That's interesting. I want to be that person who actually just look at the camera and start relaying the message. But sometimes I need to think, and mostly when I think, I look down and look inward. Therefore, I'm just like not focusing in here, so I'm focusing on myself. But it's not like I cannot see myself when I'm looking at this. This is such a a training mode for myself. Do we have anything else that we want to add? Oh yeah, well, being possessed. Sometimes I wrote a comment on the YouTube videos I watch, and one of the weirdest comments I still remember today is that I watch a Aaron Doughty video about something about spirituality, about dimension, consciousness, human evolution, all this stuff, and I wrote, I actually live in the fourth dimension, while my higher self live in the sixth dimension. And then my first question after I'm typing enter, I'm like, what exactly did I mean by writing that? Because I don't understand why I did that. And that's how I'm being possessed by something. I don't really know why I did that, but it feels right at the moment, so I write it like that. Now, talking about possession, I've actually never been the person who enjoy being in front of a camera, because there was a time when I was in elementary school and I was taking a picture with my friends at a field, at a soccer field, and I'm like, I'm the only person with a bloody face, and the face is not mine, and then there is a leg hanging in front of me, like I become the medium for this ghost to exist. And I'm like, and it was like 2004, 2006. It was like really before AI, before anything. And I had that, and I'm like, I'm so scared going online, because in front of a camera everything can happen. You can catch something, maybe it's something happened here, that I'm just scared it happened, and then I get to be viral because of that. Don't you dare coming on to my screen because of that. I just say it to whoever is here. And that's also why I have cats, to protect me from this spirit that is really, really like to exist with me in this reality. My cat is having their time. They're playing with a curtain I just washed. Now it's dirty again. Hmm. This is actually a long video. If you guys watch until this, I am really thankful. I really want you guys to watch it until the end, but if you don't, it's fine. That's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow.